guys, how's it going? This is Cwtch here, and this is going to be my first guide for League of Legends called Starting Off, and this is going to be for all new players to the game. Okay, so the champ select screen. The first thing you'll notice is all these champions in the centre of the screen, and this is the pool of champions that you can select from. When you first start off, you're only going to have 10 champions, and the free-to-play champions are indicated with the top left having an exclamation mark. They rotate every Tuesday. To start off with, I'm just going to pick Annie. Other things to note is you have room pages, which you shouldn't really need until level 20, and then you have a masteries. Mastery pages, click on by edit masteries, and you'll have 1 point to start off with, and you'll get an extra point for every level you gain when you play the game. The other thing that should be noted is the summoner spells. As you can see, I have them all unlocked. However, at the start you'll only be able to have the top 5, and then heal and surge, and then you can unlock further spells as you gain levels in the game. Okay, before we jump into the gameplay, it's important to talk about the map and how to win. This is a 5v5 map which the game is played. If you learn to play League on this map, then you can play it on the others. You achieve victory by destroying the enemy Nexus turret. The Nexus is situated here in both teams' base. In order to get to this main objective, you have to systematically destroy the towers which lead up to it. The turrets you need to destroy are situated here, and are in 3 separate lanes. You can use any of the 3 lanes to get into the enemy's base. However, you can't just run up and attack them as the turrets deal massive damage. You have to use your creep waves to tank the turret hits while you sit behind them and attack the tower. A creep wave is a group of 6 allied minions which spawn every 30 seconds in your base and walk down a lane. Once you get past the 3rd turret in a lane, you can attack and destroy the enemy's inhibitor. After you destroy this, your minion waves in that lane will spawn a super minion. This is a minion with extra health and damage. After you destroy the inhibitor, you can move on to the final 2 towers which guard the enemy's nexus. However, the inhibitor will respawn after 5 minutes. If this happens, destroy it again and move back to the 2 nexus turrets. This may seem like an easy task, but remember, there's an enemy team looking to do exactly the same thing as you. Now you know how to win and how to get there, we'll jump in game. Okay, so now we're in game. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the UI. As you can see in the top right hand corner of the screen, there's a timer. Right next to that is your score, and below that is your team score. In the bottom left hand corner of the screen, there's your character portrait, your current stats, and 6 item slots which you fill up throughout the game. Below that is your gold, and this increases slightly over time. In the centre bottom of the screen, you have your skills, your summoner spells, and your health and mana. This portrait by here is always the passive for every character, however the passive changes, and as do your skills. The first one is your Q, which corresponds to the button you press to use it. Next to that, W, E, and R. Your R skill is generally first available at level 6, and then at 11 and 16. I'm going to go ahead and learn my Q to start off with. Next to that is your summoner spells, and as you can see they have a very long cooldown. 250 seconds for flash, and 180 seconds for ignite. These are generally what you want to use in situations where you're sure you're going to kill someone or to save your life. Below that is health, and the blue bar's mana. As you can see next to the summoner spells, there's the recall option. You can use this from anywhere on the map, and it will recall you back into what is referred to as the pool area. When you're back in this pool area, which is what I'm currently standing in, you have increased health and mana regeneration. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the shop now. You click on the guide by here, and it opens up the shop menu. So the first thing you notice is you have these buttons by here, and this is essentially a filter system for the shop, so you can try and find an item that you want. For instance, if I wanted an armor item, I'd click on defense, and then armor, and it would display all the items that have that stat. Also, there's a consumables button, which offers you mana and health pots, also wards, and these mushrooms, which are potions which allow you to have increased stats for 4 minutes, however you do lose them on death. And Oracle's Elixir grants stealth detection until your champion dies. The top right hand corner of the shop window, you have your recommended items. These are the items which Riot suggests that you buy for your character. However, they're not always the best, and I would recommend taking them when you first start playing a character, and then you can chop and change as you see fit. I'm going to go ahead and take a Doran's Ring, and if you hover over the item, you can see the stats that it grants. And because I've been standing around for a lot longer than you should be, I'm going to go into the consumables, and I'm just going to buy a health and mana pot. Okay, so now we're ready to go into our lane. I'm going to click here, right click to move on the map, or alternatively you can right click on the minimap in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and as you can see there's a white line which appears and tells you which path your character is going to take. Okay, so I'm in lane now, and as you can see I'm standing behind my own minion wave, and the idea is to push your way forward onto the enemy turret, which we've previously discussed. To use my abilities, you push the button, and as you can see this is for my W, and it's got a cone in front. You can move it around, however your character does have to be at the front of the cone before they cast it. The same with my Q ability, as you can see that's the range, the circle, and you want to press on what it is, or what your target is. And as you can see, I'm standing behind my minion wave, and I'm letting my minion wave tank the turret hits, while I stand behind them and attack the tower. This is the reason why you do not want to be attacking the tower. As you can see, it's dealing massive damage to me, and it's killed me. After death, you respawn back in the pool, and I can buy some more items for myself. As you can see, I'm using the shop filter system. So with this minion wave, I can push and finish off the tower, and it's destroyed now, and I can move on to the next one. You want to keep doing this until you get to the inhibitor, where you'll spawn super minions, and then finally the last 2 towers before you destroy the nexus. In this video, what have we learned? We've learned how to pick a champion, the runes and mastery pages and summoner spells. We've also learned about how you can achieve victory, turrets, inhibitors, and what creep waves are. Whilst in game, we've been over the UI, abilities, summoner spells, and how to use them, the shop, its filing system, and recommended items, how to move on the screen and by using the minimap, why creep waves are important for tanking damage, and finally, the damage a champion takes from a tower and death. Thanks for watching this beta guide of how to play League of Legends. I hope this helps people new to the game type, and who have been intimidated about giving it a try. If this video gets good feedback, I will be looking to create more videos on various aspects of the game. Check out the eFrags League of Legends community by going to www.efrags.co.uk.